Hey Don, letting you know that we are live now, and we've got Will in the backstage holding area hanging out.
GM.
GM. We are back again, and I'm glad that we have someone that's happy. Will, in this case, or DeFi Money Sniper, is happy to do this time zone because I can just survive. I think last week was also extra early. Was that at 9 a.m. last week?
I think it was 10. I forgot actually.
See, your memory goes down when it's that early. I can barely remember anything. We're just gonna let some people pop in here, and I'll go through a couple updates, and then get into it. We're gonna have more of a chill session today. Talk to DeFi Money Sniper about how he does his work. Maybe he can show us a couple things, and then get into it. Maybe talk about Pump, because that was exciting this weekend. Did you get into the pre-sale?
Yeah, that was cool. Just to see the sellout for the pre-sale.
Mm-hmm.
And no, I can't. I'm not allowed to buy it because I'm in the U.S. So.
Oh shit, that's true. Hey, you just have to be not in the U.S.
Yeah.
That's sick, man.
They require you to KYC though, so that's.
Okay. That's true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Hey, so all of the okay, hey, then how do people participate? Most of the people are gonna want to get into that are in the U.S.
Yeah, for me, I think it was just mostly I believe the UK and parts of Asia, if I'm not mistaken, that was able to participate.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Huh. Yeah, and but it's not listed yet. I don't think it's going to be listed until Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, and supposedly early users are going to get an airdrop. So that's interesting. That's interesting to see.
Yeah. What do you think about this airdrop?
I never have high hopes for any airdrops. I just use the platform just to use it. But if it's life changing, then yeah, that would be big.
Actually, unfortunately for us, I think there was some notice that the airdrop maximum is 2K, which is not terrible, but it's not for sure.
Yeah, I saw that on the timeline. I didn't know if they were just trolling or they were just flooding. But if that's true, that's that's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate.
If they make us KYC for the airdrop too, then yeah, definitely that'll be bad.
Yeah, but that was crazy.
Right now, it seems like Bonk is running though. Bonk Fund.
Yeah, I saw somebody from Alliance DAO, which is that premier incubator, one of their investors of Pump Fund, saying criticizing Bonk and saying that Bonk was begging you to buy. Well, Pump Fund is all organic.
Oh wow!
I don't know, and I guess they're trying to flood Bonk, and but Bonk has that flywheel system. It seems a bit less, I guess, at least from the narrative side, less extractive.
Yeah.
The community revenue is going back to the token and the Bonk holder. So this flywheel system is in place. While Pump Fund is just enriching the team, the founders, and stuff like that, which isn't wrong. But if we're just comparing things.
Yeah. One is rotating the money back into the system.
Yeah, exactly.
One is just paying the team. Yeah, I know what you mean. If I was Pump Fund, I would want money too. I would want to be paid for my work.
Get paid, but at a certain point, you kind of have to give some attention to the community.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, let's go through kind of some of our updates for the week here. Today we have a special guest, DeFi Money Sniper. He is one of the kind of the OG LPers in our alpha chat with Razier, which we had together last week. He was that YouTube content creator and a good friend of mine. Now, DeFi Money Sniper, or Will in this case, it's just too many names. Okay, so we're just gonna call him DeFi Money Sniper. Okay, we're gonna call him Will. Okay, we're gonna call him Will. Will has been doing a lot of LPing. He's super active. Like, he would be as closest as I would like to say, like a professional liquidity provider. Like, this is his job type thing. We're gonna get him on in a couple minutes to talk about his experience and show us how he wins, how Will wins, and just trying to like keep things casual, because last couple times a bit more of like an interview style thing, but today, not much of an agenda. We're just LPing and chilling. So, and as for the updates on the app side, can you see the screen? You can see the screen, right, Don?
I only still see the main one, the first slide.
Oh yeah, I haven't changed it. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So for those of you guys that are tuning in for the first time, Don and I host these weekly live streams with one particular interesting guest from the community. And these are usually pretty veteran liquidity providers, Solana DeFi veterans, people who just really know how to farm airdrops really well and know how to kind of make a living on crypto. We interview these guys to kind of bring in insights from for the larger community to better understand and better learn about the different opportunities. They also have really interesting stories sometimes. So that's kind of us and our weekly live stream. And as for the product, we're building this community called Ultra Sparks. That's part of Ultra LP. Ultra LP is a tool for you guys, for anyone that doesn't know. If you're providing liquidity on Meteora, as of this moment on DLMM, it's really hard to understand your profitability when the positions are running. So you open up a position with 2 tokens, you're kind of unsure how much money you're making every second, every moment, every day. What our app does is it kind of surfaces that details for you, so you can monitor the situation, so to speak, and know when to add more liquidity or more money in, or withdraw, or close, and things like that. So that's the app that we built over the last little bit, and we're continuously pushing out new features to make it more easier to understand, more intuitive, and also more advanced features that are coming out along the way. So that's Ultra LP, and currently it's been used by 3,000 different liquidity providers, managing, I haven't checked, quite a bit of liquidity each month. So we're kind of a community rallied around this application, and I'm the founder of RPS AI. We're a small boutique team of engineers that came from traditional software industries, AI, and we're coming together to try and solve some of these problems in crypto. Our kind of more, I would say, value prop, or our unique differentiator, is we have a knack for data engineering. So we're very much like building products that have very accurate numbers, very fast infrastructure. So what we try to deliver is a very high quality experience. And hopefully when you get bigger as a liquidity provider or DeFi entrepreneur, I guess, in this case, that your portfolio grows massively and make a bunch of money, that our product can scale along with you. Whether you're going in with 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 to 9 figures, that are products that are extremely accurate and versatile as well as responsive, that you can trust in our tools. So that's kind of our spiel there. As for last week, just again, we talked a lot about copy LP. So a lot of these people that are really good at LPing, they love to kind of show off some of their gains, right? But they can't. What's been happening is, like, based on these P&L cards, people can kind of reverse trace what the position is and do a bunch of copy LP, and that's cool for a number of reasons. Some people like doing that, some people dislike it. But we make it the option that when you're kind of sharing your profit and loss cards, to hide a few different things, so that you don't get reverse traced and copy LP'd as hard. So make them work for a little bit. But a lot of people are into copy LP, so some people freely share those wallets, and that's a whole different conversation. So we ship that. So in the share P&L card, you can just hide some of the different little options. And I know I've been talking about we're shipping account history for the last few months. We're still working on that, amongst a few other things in parallel as well. So thanks everyone for their patience, and we will have that shortly. Otherwise, we are moving towards, the team at least, is also moving towards helping other token teams or founding teams that are pushing the launch of these tokens to better understand LPing as well, right? Because you and I, we understand liquidity provision pretty well. We know how to make money. We know what happens when we lose money or why we lose money. But what happens is some of these new token teams or internet capital market teams are coming into this to build different apps, right? These are usually engineers who are building like an app for tracking your fitness, but also gives you tokens, or some sort of kick streaming app, but also gives you tokens. It's generally some sort of crypto application. So some of these people don't really understand internet capital markets. And we're there to try and educate them on what liquidity provision is, because they'll launch a token. And these teams hold like 40% of the token. If they mess up liquidity provision, it makes a huge difference for how the token trades. So the whole idea is we help the token teams better liquidity manage. Then more traders are going to want to buy these tokens because they have better liquidity, and then that begets more volume. And because there's more volume, more LPs can come in and LP for the token, and then everybody wins. So we are embarking on this and talking to a lot of different teams on Solana right now. And that's, I think, also a segue to how incredible Solana's community is. It's like once you join this, I've got like dozens of teams reaching out to me and talking about, hey, I'm interested in how we can manage liquidity better, so on and so forth. So it's been an incredible kind of journey starting off, and we've just started about a month ago, but so far it's been pretty good. And just to kind of put some, make things very like tangible, like how do we actually advise people? We do these like on-chain liquidity audits. So a team will come to us and say, hey, this is my token. It's trading on Jupiter, on Orca, on Meteora. Take a look at it. Let me know what's wrong with it. I feel like we aren't growing. Market cap's continually decreasing. Volume is lower and lower. What can you tell me from the liquidity side of things? And then we'll go in and we'll kind of look at all the different, liquidity distributions, how it pairs up with other tokens. We could do these like slippage tolerance tests with your token compared to a similar market cap token. And maybe that one has like a mil 24-hour volume, but yours only has like 10K. Why is that, right? And of course, a lot of this has to do with the project itself. Does it have narrative? Does it have product? Does it have strong founders, good marketing? A lot of different things. But for our purposes are just there to analyze the liquidity part. So while these teams can kind of focus on marketing the token and pushing more product features out and things like that, we help them with the liquidity side and hold their hand through. So that's just an initiative that I wanted to talk about a little bit because we're always looking for new projects to advise and provide more information for. And hopefully in the future, we can even do some LPing for you via our community, etc. So one of the projects that we started working on with is Sonic, and they are a chain, SVM chain, which is basically taking some of Solana's code, changing it up a little bit and launching a different chain. But the difference with Sonic is it's actually very close with Solana. So all the tokens that are launched on Sonic are replicated on Solana, so that not just through you can bridge, but actually there's not only on day one, there's like liquidity on both sides. So they're running some launch pads over there as well, kind of like a Pump Fun of Sonic and a Bonk Live of Sonic as well. And they have some interesting mechanisms with their launch pads as well. And so we're chatting with them, not working directly in, but more so, hey, this is how liquidity works on Solana. And let's take a look at how Sonic's liquidity is doing, and a number of other projects as well. This is just one that I want to highlight. I thought was interesting. And yeah, so that's kind of our little update. Let's go back to the main course of today, which is talking to Will. I'm gonna invite him up. Will, what's up, man? Are you here?
What's going on, man?
Hey,
Will.
See ya.
What's up, guys?
How's your weekend been?
Good. It's hot.
It is hot. That is true. Freaking global warming up in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
Are you in North America?
Yeah, I'm in Pennsylvania.
Nice. Okay, so it's like afternoon for you. How's your weekend been?
Real nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what's been up? How's things going?
Things are going good. I mean, Bitcoin's at all-time high. What could be wrong?
Yeah, exactly. Last night, I was woken up. I was like taking a piss, and I was like, "Oh crap, 119K!" Like, gotta take a look at what's happening. And I ended up scrolling for like 30 minutes at like 4 a.m. I was like, "What am I doing?"
Yeah, I mean, I still wonder if we're gonna if it's gonna be like euphoric style run towards the end of this. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna exactly follow the past cycles patterns anymore, but
isn't that crazy? There's no more cycles. Like, we grew up with cycles.
Yeah, and I feel like the way that institutions have moved in, I mean, we'll see, but I feel like it's gonna drastically change the pattern of our cycles. Like, it's not like the S&P goes through a cycle necessarily.
Yeah.
And I feel like when does Bitcoin become hard enough that it just maintains its value?
That's also crazy because all the normies have looked at the crypto bear markets and been like, see, it is useless. And now we don't have cycles anymore. So they're like, that's no longer an argument. It's just like, hey, this asset is appreciating over time, as you can see. The scary cycles are no longer present. So I don't know what kind of like social cycle impacts they're going to have to investors in general.
Yeah,
crazy.
It's also funny with crypto. You get so numb to drops. Like, we accept the
risk,
70% drawdown across the market as like an expectation with what we're involved in, basically.
Yeah. What if diamond handing goes away? What are we even going to talk about? Or
yeah, I don't know, but I know one of the smartest venture crypto investment people that I follow, they had an interview, and their comment with who's going to win this cycle was whoever obtains the most Bitcoin is going to be the winner. And I feel like that's probably going to be correct.
Yeah, that's true. So in that case, MicroStrategy and a few other big Bitcoin bulls. I just feel like now it's just so accepted. Like Robinhood, creating their own chain, and then now like all these like new kind of TradFi players coming into Bitcoin for the last 3 years, creating these strategic reserves. Trump, it's in a way that it's cool that this is happening, but I'm also feeling like, it used to be like cypherpunk, kind of cool, kind of edgy. Now it's just like, oh, you're in crypto, yeah, I know,
yeah. I mean, it was really insane last cycle's DeFi when there was like, zero governance in any sense, and everything was just kind of, I mean, that's part of what I love about crypto, is just that if something can be innovated, it will be, essentially.
Yeah.
And since crypto is all about profit, that tends to work out pretty well if you're in DeFi for the most part.
Yeah.
And there was just insane opportunities last cycle.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, how did you get into this, and what happened last cycle, I guess, or the last couple of cycles? Have you been around for a while, and that kind of stuff?
Well, I bought Bitcoin in 2020, and I had never really been investing in any sort of markets before, and I was just kind of like mesmerized with the price fluctuations, and I started buying a bunch of it, and started. I used to work online doing like digital design and marketing and shit, and so I started like diving into what you could do with crypto. I found DeFi, and as soon as I found DeFi, I got super hooked in, because I was just kind of blown away with the opportunities that were available in DeFi. I mean, you could have 1,000% yields last cycle. There were so many. Before all the different or as the rug pull, the rug pulling didn't become as prevalent until after the boom of DeFi started to really get big, because then that's when the opportunity started to arise. So for a while there was just, and since everything was being innovated live, there wasn't any history of what was a mistake, like what was a loophole to exploit that could give you like super outsized gains. And there was just so much money coming in during the 2020 cycle that I mean, it was just everything was just flush.
COVID.
Yeah.
COVID checks.
Yeah.
Me on chain.
Yeah. And everything was giving out reward tokens, just flooding out. Before that was that was just like a downward spiral, and you could do crazy loops on lending protocols. You were getting paid like 20% to borrow money on top of getting paid to lend. So you could loop and get up to, without any IL, and you could get 700, 1,000% APY. And then
how were things for you then? Did you take advantage of that?
Oh yeah, I mean, if I looking back, I wish I got much more heavy into how to play it. But I mean, that's you could say anything looking back, but and I was in when before Uniswap v3 came out, so I was doing standard CPMM liquidity providing on like BNB, and then Matic, and then Fantom, and where else did I go? Just like chasing the yields, because if you do enough digging, I think even now you can still find pretty outsized yield opportunities around.
Would you consider yourself more of a trader or more of this yield trader?
Absolutely not. Even though, I mean, look, LPing is essentially trading, I feel like I'm a terrible trader. Like I can't hold it. my motto is like I don't hold anything if I can't earn yield on it, basically.
Oh.
Yeah, like even all my Bitcoin, like I lend that, I borrow stables on that, I farm with that. Like I hate having anything in my wallet that I can't put to work, essentially.
Yeah. Cool. And how's that been for you?
It's been remarkable this cycle. I think I needed to go through a devastating bear cycle to kind of be taught how to preserve capital. But yeah, I mean, it's working out exceptional this cycle.
What would you say is kind of your biggest win, and like how did it happen for you?
Probably MLG. I had been a lot of like I really like finding tokens I can pool that are under the radar, have low liquid, low TVL in pools, and I think that I know that the saying is like volume, but I think that's actually like a misnomer, because if you're the majority of the TVL in a pool and it only gets, I mean, even just a couple thousand dollars in volume a day, you can get, a couple hundred in fees on that every single day. And so I'd been pooling MLG from like September, October for like 3 months before banks endorsed it. And then I had actually put it on HawkFi for auto rebalancing, and I was just kind of letting it run. And then I woke up one day and I went to check my HawkFi pool, and it had like quadrupled overnight, and it was just going insane, like because everyone was trying to get into that. And
sorry, let's take a look at this. So MLG,
yeah,
I haven't even heard of MLG. It's Solana MLG, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what you're saying is, while everyone's trying to find the next runner, you're here making gains on like secret runners that are like not on like the top 10 volume charts or something.
I mean,
by just being a large LP in that particular token.
I mean, you don't even need to be, it doesn't even need to be a secret runner. It just needs to have a stable price, essentially, like useful, for example. I'd been pooling that, and that's like an 80,000 market cap coin right now. And I was pooling that between like 80 and 150 for like a few weeks, and made like 2K off of that. I think those are like my preferred. I guess like half of my big gains come from like main runners, and the other half come from finding like lower TVL tokens that you can kind of just sit in for a while.
Interesting. And so while people are kind of talking a lot about the scalping strategy, which is like quick ins and out, very similar to very degen trading, you're doing like multi-day, almost like miniature conviction bets over these tokens that have just very consistent volume, but not the highest volume, because then they'd show up on the charts and then those TVL gets super diluted. Would that be a good way to summarize the strategy?
I mean, everything's being traded all the time. So I don't know what Exactly. Like sometimes I'll get into one and it just won't print as heavy. Like some tokens print better than others. Like I don't know what exactly explains that. But like a lot of it recently with all the new launch platforms kind of created another like opportunity, because like when Believe app launched, their launch pools were like hidden, kind of like somewhere in Meteora. Like it wasn't like a public LP. So
Really? Huh.
yeah, so like there was a coin like Trying that came out, and there was no there was like all the trading for it ended up going through the Meteora pool, and we just got into like the 400 bin, and we were like full bins on the 400, and that was printing insane. And it was that was like super low market cap, like 100 200k, and that was printing just kind of insane for a while.
So why it's a stealth pool, is what you're saying?
No, I don't know how to like until they migrate for Believe the way that it's working, their LP wasn't like public. Like you couldn't add liquidity to it on like
when it's in the DBC,
before
it migrates to the DAMMV2. So you were tracking things on the DBC before it went over to the DAMMV2 on Believe.
Yeah, and then even the D2 launch created another opportunity. Somebody in our chat had kind of discovered that people were launching pools using like the 6% fee as like the launch pool, so you could get into those.
So high.
Yeah, so if you went into the DLM pool for those, and none of them really had high TVL, though the DLM was going to get the majority of the volume, because that was going to ultimately be the better, the more appealing trade for dexes to route through. And so we were like literally looking for new launches on DAMV2, and then looking up corresponding DLM pools to try and test out.
That's pretty smart, because you could undercut the price of the DAMV2 pool, because generally the DAMV2 pool are like 2% or 3-4.
Exactly.
And you could arb the volume away from them pretty easily.
Exactly.
Concentrated as well.
Yeah.
Smart. Huh. Interesting. I've never, I guess I haven't talked to people that have done that. Most people copy trade now. But Mythical Potato just came in chat and said MLG is the one they dump on Aiden Ross.
Yeah, that was when that was like my biggest win, and almost I almost got crushed on it after Ross started. As soon as like Ross got in, that was like the final on it, and it got up to like 250 million market cap, and then it just has never gotten back to any sort of grace.
Yeah. Are you still in it, or are you?
No. I got out when the tide started turning.
Yeah. Interesting. Cool. Well, that's one way to do things. It seems like there are a lot of these, like what you said, like tokens are being traded all the time, and there are some tokens that just have like kind of residual mindshare, holders, conviction, and people are just like holding them, and they don't necessarily have very deep liquidity, but in terms of price, they're not like forever going to zero. There are some that are like very much like kind of like they're holding on there, and they're continuously being traded. And I think these are, okay, multi-day opportunities to investigate.
Yeah. I mean, almost all of my main positions are multi. Like I've always, even when like the term multi-day came out, I thought that was weird, because since I've been LPing since 2020, like everything was.
What is not multi-day?
Yeah, like I thought that was the only way to. That had been the only way that I LP'd. Like I got into a position and I just stayed in it, compounded, and then just went with the ship. And this was before Ultra LP, or I mean anything had been out for Meteora last year, and so I never my growth tracking was just kind of looking at my overall balance, which was very poor, or a very poor method of success. And now that's all kind of changed, or I guess now with multi-day, I get all the newer styles. Like I still do lots of quick position, like mythical potato style, but none of those ever are as large as my my normal gains. But I always have Soul available to do quick positions on pumping tokens, but I guess I don't have the balls to do to go
hard attack method.
Yeah. I always do smaller size on those. I feel like whenever I size in, that's always when it comes back to bite me. But I mean, it all comes down to when you find a token, for the most part, which I think is probably the biggest part in choosing or how you LP.
Yeah. Cool. Would you be open to kind of showing us some, how you think about things, where you draw ranges, or like some insights that you have with your day-to-day?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, feel free to open anything up. Just hit share screen, and then we can put it in the backstage and bring it up later. Yeah, so that's really interesting, and I think more people need to realize this, that that there aren't just like in and out opportunities. You don't have to just do the 10-minute or the 3 minutes or the 24 seconds LPing. That this LPing was made for a bit more longer term as well. So there's a variety of different options. It just depends on the token. And if you do find a token like MLG and you're doing it for longer term, you could see immense upside compared to smaller upside, which is smaller, super risky upside, which is more like the heart attack style thing. And if you have the balls for that, then kudos to you. But there are kind of these other strategies out there, and I think that's important to highlight. Don, how are you doing? Are you following this?
Yeah. I'm looking at the token MLG still. 360 no scope. It's a gaming reference. That's why. So I was interested in that, looking back at it. Will, are you a gamer by any chance?
I mean, I play.
If you can't name it, you're not a gamer.
Yeah, I play Call of Duty Mobile, but I'm definitely not a gamer in any sense.
You're a mobile gamer.
Yeah, like I've never had my last gaming system was like the original PlayStation.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So 360 no scope, just it's a first person shooting reference. Like when you spin in a circle and you shoot someone without a scope. So I just thought that was like, I thought you was just like a gamer just based off that you was multi-dating this.
No, but I mean it was a great meme, you know. If I thought it probably would have ran big if banks had never, or I guess the bank's cabal didn't step in and fuck it all up. It was well on its way to be huge, and I think that there's probably so many people in the red that it'll be held down for forever now. But yeah, that was a fantastic coin to pool.
Yeah, the chart looked good when it was going up and ranging.
Yeah, and I'd gotten in at like, I think like 3 million or something.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And it's still at 10 mil, so that's still good. It's still up.
Yeah. Wouldn't have been bad to. It might be interesting to see how, like, a lot of the times when I find something that I'm unsure about, usually a lot of the plays I find are coming from a source. Like, there's a reason that I'm looking for it, versus when I find something that I'm curious, that I don't have any input on. I don't have like somebody calling it, or somebody some coal that has endorsed it, or some reason. I'll do like a test pool just to see if the pool, like how the print is, because like I said, some coins for whatever reason have higher prints than others, even with the same amount of volume, and some don't. I don't know.
Different TVL or?
No, like even with like the same TVL or lower TVL. I mean, it just doesn't. Some just end up having a better print on them. I don't know why exactly.
It's probably maybe routing, because when we talk to Busy, he's like a Fartcoin whale.
Yeah,
he's looking at the pools. If he's not looking at just Meteora pools, but he's looking at Orca pools if volume is moving there.
Yeah, I check.
Yeah. So,
yeah, I usually check. I mean, the first thing I do is I check on Clover for like almost any token I'm pulling to see where the TVL is. Yeah. And I mean, Orca does have fantastic prints, especially with their new modified like dynamic style fee thing.
Yeah.
And
surge pricing.
Yeah. But obviously I'm diehard. I mean, normally I chase the yield wherever it is. Yeah. But I'm diehard Meteora, so it's hard to break away. But yeah, and before all the newer fee tiers had opened up on Met, there used to be crazy pooling opportunities on Radium or Orca on new tokens, like way outsized versus Met.
Before last year, right?
Yeah, even like earlier. Yeah, I guess like at the beginning of or at the end of last year.
Right. What was that like? I guess you just saw like crazy APY on crazy volume on a lot of tokens that it pulls on Radium.
Yeah, I mean, if wherever there's an LP, I mean, there's going to be fees earned, and I would just occasionally check, or someone would make a note on it, and would go look into it, and the APY would just be insane on those pools. So I would just throw into there.
What would you say is different about LPing now as it was last year? Not just the protocols, like Met, Radium, stuff like that, but the tokens themselves. Do you feel anything different?
I mean, the market's a living thing, so it's always evolving, like every single day. And people always like comment like, oh man, I wish this was back in February, or oh, I wish this was like September 2024. And I think that's just, you're just referring to the state of the market, like what people are going to be in the past few months when Bitcoin was down. People were, I think the mindset was, well, maybe we've topped, so people are going to be less risk averse, versus now when Bitcoin's going, surging up, people are feeling a little more euphoric.
Yeah.
So your ability to profit easily on coins is probably significantly high.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, high.
Yeah. I mean, if there's less dipping, there was a period where everything would dump after it used to be everything would dip and pump. Then there was a period where everything just dumped and there was no bounces, and I think there's the people, all the buyers are adjusting, dynamically adjusting to the style of the ruggers, getting better at figuring out how to spot which tokens are going to be dumped. The tools to pick that up are evolving every day. So, I mean, I like it a lot more now, even though there's a lot more competition. But I think with all the tools available, I think it's just pretty. It's just insane to me now what's possible compared to last year, let alone years ago.
Are you still doing Radium Orca pools, or are you like 100% Meteor right now?
Like there was a like when the X stocks launched, the Amazon token was trading at like $1,000, and Dex in our group chat like gave me a heads up on it, and that was only available on Radium, so we were like arbitraging that, and so for unique opportunities I'll do that. Like I'm huge on Useless now, and the print on Orca is significantly higher than Met, but I'm not gonna cave. I won't really switch up my main pools now. If there's like a really outsized opportunity, I'll chase the yield for the most part, but I like I don't like unless it's like a really serious conviction play. I don't like doing spot, and obviously you're stuck with that if you do if you're going on Orca.
So why do you think that is? Like Orca just prints like crazy for a lot of different tokens, like Useless, for example.
I think it's probably just the nature of their liquidity structure. Like they use the ticks are probably more. It's probably a more refined price. Like the bin ranges are the price ranges for a token. I think the ticks are probably much more minute, so it gives a better price opportunity for dexes to route through. But even on like even when Orca is a higher fee, they still print. It still prints more than lower fee pools on Net.
Huh. I'd be curious to kind of look into why that is. like more like the details of it. Are you still in useless pools right now on Orca?
Oh yeah, big time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so there's some tokens that that just print really well on Orca. Stick those in. A couple multi-days running on Meteora, and if there's like a unique opportunity like XDocs, then we'll go on Radium and see what's happening there, right?
Yeah, I mean everything I have right now is on Met.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Gotcha.
And then usually I'll like decide if a coin is worth staying in once I'm in it, and I'm kind of between looking at the chart and then looking at the LP, the pool, which I feel like you're kind of looking at the chart, seeing the price action in the bins, kind of gives me a sense of what to expect from the token. Like if it's worth staying in, if once I go out of range, if it's worth chasing, if I think if I just take the W and walk away.
Are you can I ask, are you on like super low bin step on useless and like super narrow?
Not narrow, but I was mostly in the 80 bin, and then
Okay.
like a third of that TVL in the 20 bin, and then I've switched mainly to the 20 bin.
Okay, my 20 bin's pretty narrow. Like you're pretty.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've got like 6 positions on there, but
Okay.
yeah. I mean, almost anything I pool, I'm using multiple positions, which is also why Ultra LP is so essential for.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's perfect, because that's literally why we came out with that feature. We're like, hey, we noticed people are really wanting this multi position thing, but what Meteor is coming out is that like 1,000 bins, 1,600 bins for each position now.
Yeah,
So I'm curious about that. What do you think?
That's gonna be game changing. I mean, like that could be what combats
Orca.
Yeah, because then if you've got 10, if 10 or 5 bin pools can become more applicable, I mean, that totally changes how
Super minute changes.
Yeah. And I mean, we won't really know until we see it in action, but
and you're saving like half a soul in rental bin fees, which are like,
yeah. I was thinking, I was lamenting about how I always joke Ultra LP takes long for me to load, because I have so many. I have like 150 positions open, and then
holy crap,
it occurred to me, like I've got like 6-7 sold just in bin rental fees, basically.
Yeah, renting it out to Meteora.
I thought that the 69 bin limit was because that was the max like capacity of like the space or whatever that was possible on
Solana or something.
Yeah, like however Solana stores its data or something.
No, it's just how they wrote the program to begin with, arbitrarily. Maybe someone thought it was funny. But it's not limited by that, and yeah, so that could be interesting to see. We're coming up on the hour here, Will, and I really appreciate your time, and I know you don't come on these like little talk shows very often, and so definitely thank you for that, and I hope to have you on more, because I feel like you have a lot to share. So I'd love to re-invite you back on another chat, maybe in the coming weeks.
Dude, I would be happy to. I love talking DeFi. I'm super DeFi maximalist.
Yeah, I really like that. What would you like, like just kind of to finish up the day, what would you say is kind of like your main focus next? Like, what are you going to focus on next? What's the big opportunity for you?
I think right now, trying to dance a fine line between maximizing the opportunity with the market right now, which could be, is Bitcoin going to keep pumping into September, November, or even beyond, or are we getting toppy here? And I've been like slowly converting to stables and trying to become slightly more risk prepared versus last.
Oh, interesting.
Versus last cycle, and starting to farm a lot of stablecoin airdrops and whatnot.
Okay. So while everyone is be fearful when others are not.
Yeah, or just trying to balance, find a smart medium, like trying to. I think a big part of success with LPing has been knowing when to size in on an opportunity, like when a coin is worth really putting a lot of money into for the most return, and when something isn't really doesn't have the juice, where to best allocate your funds. Like I like having my hands in as many possible yield pies as possible, and just trying to find where to be the smartest and the safest at the same time.
And for the 230 people in chat right now, what would you say? Would you have like one piece of advice for people in this current market condition, and maybe like the shorter term or midterm, as to what you think would help them print fees just like you?
A network. Like, you don't need to have 20 individual people that you talk to every day, but there's so many DLMM groups, chats, and people that lead mindshare on tokens. Like almost most of my coins that I find are coming not even because I'm digging into opening. I just get so many notifications to my phone because I'm plugged into every Discord, every Twitter account that I believe it has a strong history pull, Telegram groups, bots that automatically notify me on pools, and I think that's probably the best way to hold on to your capital and find the best opportunities right now.
Okay. Awesome.
And bid ask to death.
Bid ask, just use bid ask. Okay.
That's how I usually start off pools. I'll do like 4 cascading bid asks.
Okay, I see. Well, thank you so much, Will, and I appreciate your time and sharing some of your stories with us. I'd love to have you back on in a little bit, because I want to dig into this a little bit further. Well, I think today is just for now. We are going to wrap it up. We're coming on the hour. Thanks, Don, for coming in. We'll see you guys next week on the same time.
Thank you, Will. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, man. Thanks, guys. Great being here. Thank you.
Cheers. Bye.